This is Mirabella's kitchen, and today I'm making chocolate banana bread. If you'd like to cook with me, please check the description below for a list of the ingredients and a shout out to my patrons. I start by taking a bread pan, I grease it with some cooking spray, and then I'm going to cut some parchment paper to size and lay it in so there's some paper hanging off the edges. And I'm going to set this aside. My oven's preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm taking 4 ripe bananas and adding them to a mixing bowl. I use a masher to mash them and then a fork for the larger pieces. On another mixing bowl, I add in 1 cup all-purpose flour, a half a cup cocoa powder, had a little bit of a mishap there, a half a teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and a half a teaspoon coarse kosher salt. And I mix that together. I'm using my stand mixer. You can use a hand mixer for this. I add 3/4 cup of dark brown sugar, 1 stick of unsalted butter that's been softened to room temp, and I cream these together. First I used my beater attachment, which was a mistake, and then switched to my whisk attachment and whisked over medium speed until nice and creamy. I then add in 2 large eggs. And whisk together over medium-low speed. I use a spatula to make sure that everything's getting mixed when it's whisking and not sticking to the edges. And then I add in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and the mashed bananas. And I whisk this together over medium-low speed. And slowly start to incorporate the flour mixture. The key with banana bread is to not overmix the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. It's okay to have some pockets of flour, which is why I'm going over low speed. I'm also adding in some chocolate chips. I think I added in about 3/4 of a cup's worth. And then I whisk together on a higher speed to mix the chips in, but I think I should have just kept going low. I add the mixture into the greased bread pan. And I spread it out so it's a nice even layer. I top with some more chocolate chips. And I place it into the 350 degree Fahrenheit oven for 1 hour to start. So at an hour I take it out and I'm going to use the toothpick test to see if it's done. And there's still some dough attaching to the toothpick, so I put it back into the oven for another 10 minutes. And this time it's fully cooked through. And I'm going to let this rest for 10 minutes in the loaf pan. And then I'm removing it with the parchment paper and setting it onto a cooling rack and let this cool for at least 30 minutes. And you can cut any size you want with your banana bread, whatever your heart's content. And that's my chocolate banana bread. Thanks for joining me today. I make new videos on cooking every Thursday. Please support me on Patreon and on Facebook at Mirabella's Kitchen.